Hey, Bambinos. And you know, it's so good to see you. Here we are talking. It's been a while, hasn't it? And mamamialove misses just chatting with you. Well, you know, I thank you so much for responding to the Global Kisses video. And you received it so well and sent back kisses. God bless all of you around the world. Dear ones, we switch. One day we're blowing kisses and we're happy on the beach, and the next day the earth is rolling. Yes, California had a 5.4 magnitude earthquake, and actually it was yesterday. Fine, because I couldn't reach my kids. Now I myself, for some reason, I guess I'm getting used to the rolling and the jolting because I've been experiencing it. This is my fourth one. I experienced one when I was just a little kid, and that was a roller. That rolled our bed from one side of the room to the other, and my mother came flying through with a blanket, I guess to protect us from falling debris, and she jumped on the bed because me and my sister were in the bed, and she just jumped on it and was screaming, you know, my father's name to help us, and our doorbell was connected to these chimes, and so my mother woke up during the night going, "Yes, who is it? I'll be right there." And beloveds, I'm going to be honest with you. This time I was at peace. I was in a good place yesterday. I was in prayer, and I was quiet, and I was reading. And when we are in those places, you know, and we have that inner peace, it seems to be we're ready for these type of things to happen. But I want to talk on a practical aspect of earthquake preparedness. 4 years ago, I did make two things. I made all three of my children, which ran into some money. You don't have to get as extensive as I do, but it ran into some money. For I got them all backpacks, and I piled them with all sorts of earthquake kit stuff and disaster relief stuff. And then I got me a rolling backpack, and I went down to the Army Navy store for their supplies. I even got hardtack, and then I bought extra beef jerky and dried milk, powdered dry milk, in packets of, there's different packets of chicken and you know, for protein, for strength. And then I got packets that are sealed with water, and they pile up really easy, and they're easier to carry than bottles. And the first thing you need is stuff to stay dry, like a rain poncho, and an umbrella that collapses, flashlights with batteries, a wind-up radio. This is in your home rolling suitcase. Put, even if it's in a packet, seal that inside of a Ziploc bag. Put extra trash bags and Ziploc bags in there. Put a first aid kit. Put hats, sun protection lotion, the highest you can get, like 50 and above. Medicine, if you have heart problems, medicines for your children. The communication is the most important. I guess my phone was down for 4 hours after the earthquake yesterday, but they say email was working. So walkie-talkies are the most important. If your family lives within 5 miles, you can each get them a walkie-talkie. Do it for Christmas. Do earthquake kit preparedness backpacks for everybody, and give them to people for Christmas, especially you in California that have gone through this and are not ready. But this, and the Red Cross I have listed on the sidebar, is going to be good for any kind of disaster. But I'm mainly addressing the people in California right now because of what happened yesterday. A lot of people that have just recently moved here were really shaken up. I heard, this is what I heard from friends that were working in the 2, 3, 4 story buildings and above, that it was pure chaos, that it was not organized. Governor Schwarzenegger said they're in place with their police and their Red Cross. But I'm talking about the common man is not organized at his office. Who's in charge? If something should go wrong, is there extra water, food at your office? What if you're trapped in the building? You know, what about your neighbors in your building, your apartment building, on your block? I want you to start talking about this, just like they have Neighborhood Watch. You can have Earthquake Preparedness Watch. Put somebody in charge. Give them money, if they're electronically gifted, to set up a CB radio. Did you know during Katrina there were very few CB radio operators? But they were the ones that were the lifeline out of that whole area. So you can get a handheld, a CB radio, and those go for hundreds of miles, and you set your frequency and you can reach your beloveds that are maybe in different parts of California, and also have an out-of-state contact. So, and find out in your area where there is a place of safety, like some schools are set up. So you need to find that out ahead of time. You need to find out with your school, with your kids, what happens in case of an earthquake, and if you can't get to your child, who's going to pick your child up? Is there anybody that lives close to your child's school that can even walk there, pick them up? Even a good friend, you need to set that in motion too. Very important. What does your child know to do in case of an earthquake? Where's your child going to go? Where's your child going to walk? You need to have that plan. These are things a lot of times they don't talk about. How about people in the building that have pets that are gone all day? How about elderly people? How about latchkey kids? And you're home, right? You know what I mean? You're home and you're able to take care of them. Check on them. Check on their pets. Their pets might be in a place of danger. An elderly person that needs help. What's been taken care of with that? Do they have somebody? Or do you have to worry about that elderly person? This is very difficult information, because if they're if they're wheelchair bound and you can't even walk on the streets, then that person is stuck in that building. These are things that need to be talked about. But anyway, my two friends said when they were running out of their building, it was chaos. They said they didn't listen to anybody. Nobody made any announcements of when it was safe to go in the building, so everybody just went home. And now everything's gone back to normal again. There should be meetings in every building about what's the course. In your backpack that you have in your trunk at all times, and you want to check it every year, make sure everything's fresh, nothing's broke open or exploded or whatever. You want some sort of food that's packaged tight, flat, light to carry, no cans, no bottles, flattened, sealed water pouches, flattened, sealed, tuna, chicken, whatever, things that won't tear. Put all of these in a Ziploc bag. Get all your documents in something that would even float. Put your documents in a Ziploc bag and then put that inside a floating rubber tub type thing, that if you're walking with this, you can carry that. Pictures, important pictures. You don't need to save all your pictures. You can put them on a disc and have that disc already, an extra disc from your hard drive in a Ziploc bag inside your earthquake kit, a rolling backpack. In the car, it has to be simple: a change of clothes, some little booties, a fold-up umbrella, maybe a water poncho, some food, some water, some first aid, flashlight, a transistor radio. And don't forget chargers. When you have to charge your phone, if you go to another facility and the electricity's working, you're going to need a charger, so you might have to use some old chargers. Check it out and see if that works. Well, that's just about it. That's all I can think of extemporaneously. I'm going to put the site up there for Red Cross, and it is so extensive. So just kind of don't be overwhelmed. Don't be afraid. Just read a little bit every day about what you can do, and just keep adding to your backpack in the car and adding to your rolling suitcase at home, and give these as gifts for Christmas. Things at least get your kids and your family and your loved ones started. I thank you so much for listening. I love you all. It just kind of put a wake-up call on my life again. And it's funny. Here's the odd thing, my dear ones. See, spiritually, God's looking out for me. I was watching the History Channel a half an hour first about tectonic plates, and how through the centuries they've moved and shifted and created the continents. They came together and they came apart. I'm watching that. And then the day before, I pulled out my earthquake kit because I figured it was time to go through it. Now, what is that coincidence? So God was kind of subtly warning me. Now, we've had our warning, so let's move on it. I love you guys. And remember, we're not just doing this just for ourselves. We're doing it for others. Because others might be thirsty. Others might need some bandaging. Others might need a flashlight. So you can throw in a few extra flashlights and batteries. I have a wind-up radio. Also, you can get a generator. But mainly it's communication. So look into your walkie-talkies. Look into your CB radios. I love you guys. Take care. Mama's praying for you.